Yo, what is up guys? How's it going today? My name is Syratube, and today I'm bringing you a video for the Flipping with Syratube series, which is basically a series where I show you what I flip every day when I come in for a flipping session, and I just kind of teach you guys how to flip and what I do with my own cash stack. Anyway, let's get right into it. The first two items I actually listed here were the Amulet of Torture and the Necklace of Anguish. Now, this is both Zenyte jewelry, so they're actually decent flips. Looks like we're going to actually get 100k on the Tortures, which is a little bit shocking considering it is prime time right now, so I didn't think I would get a margin that big. But besides that, we're going to get about 40k on the Necklace of Anguish as well. Actually, a little bit less, more like 30k. And yeah, we're just going to list those first and let them do their thing, and we're going to get some more high quantity flips in here instead of higher margin things. As you can see, I listed the Dragon Arrows and the Dragon Darts next. These are two of my favorite high quantity flips along with the Diamond Dragon Bolts E. I think they're really good, slow, safe profit flips, and for the most part you're going to get decent margins on them. We're actually getting about 13 or 12 GP on the Dragon Arrows, and it looks like we're going to get like 45 GP on the Dragon Darts, but I don't think we'll get it for that much. We'll probably get 30 for each. That sounds a little bit more reasonable. Anyway, the reason I like to balance out my high quantity with my higher margin items is because while your higher margin items will take a little bit longer to buy and sell, you will make more profit off of those, and they are a little bit riskier, but when you get a lot of high quantity flips as well, then you're really balancing out your risk very well. I have a video on this. It was actually the last video I uploaded on the channel, so if you're interested in hearing more about that, definitely check that video out. The next two items I listed were the Crossbow and the Diamond Dragon Bolts E, but as soon as I listed the Diamond Dragon Bolts E, they actually instantly bought. We bought them for 1,644 each, but literally as soon as I listed them, they came in, so we might be very unlucky on that. We might have bought in during a crash, like very, very unfortunate timing. We'll have to wait and see about that, so we'll give that a little bit of time here. But the Crossbow is not an item I typically recommend for people to flip. This is not even going to give us that much money today. I've had margins of 300, 400k, even a mil on the crossbows before. You can check the Discord link in the description below if you don't believe me. It's posted in there. But either way, I don't recommend people do the crossbow because it is a very volatile item. Prices go up and down a lot, especially recently. They've been very, very crazy. So I just recommend to most people to stay away from it. And if you want to be a bit safer of a flipper, just avoid it entirely. And we have our last two items on there, which is the Guttman's armor set and the Darroch's armor set. Really both great items. They buy and sell relatively quick, and it looks like we're also starting to sell the Diamond Dragon Bolts E, so that is a very good sign. Looks like we're going to be able to get those off for a profit. And I like to flip the Guttman's and the Darroch's armor sets. It's kind of a great flip for like a 60 to 80 mil cash stack if you want to flip both of them at the same time. If you're just going for one of them, I would recommend the Guttman's set over the Darroch's armor set. They tend to buy and sell a little bit slower, but the margin is slightly better. And you could probably flip the Guttman's armor set the full limit for maybe like a 40 to 50 mil cash stack would be perfect for this item. Now we're just going to wait a little bit and let some items buy and sell here. It actually looks like we were able to get those crossbows off. Looks like we made a little bit less than 200k on those. Pretty happy with that. I think we can sell them actually for a little bit more. They did sell pretty quickly, a bit faster than I'm used to. So I think we're actually going to go in and try to flip a couple more of these. We're going to try to get 4 of them this time and sell them for maybe like 32.7 mil, and we should be able to get them off. We were able to get those Darroch sets off as well. Only made us about 100k, but we'll take these safe profits. Probably flipped in about 5 minutes or so. Very happy to see that. They did sell pretty quick. Took a little bit longer to buy than they did to sell, so we're going to go ahead and list something else there. I went ahead and listed some uncharged toxic Tridents E as well. I found that these are very good to flip. You usually can get about 100k on them. Looks like we're going to get a little bit more on them today. They do take a while to flip though, so you have to be very, very patient with them. Again, this is going to be a good flip for maybe a cash stack of at least 100 mil, maybe even 125 mil if you do want to flip the limit. But again, be careful, they do flip pretty slowly. So it's been about 7 minutes. Actually, all the Amulets of Torture started buying, so I don't know if the price went down on those or not. I think we'll still be able to get them off for the original margin that we checked, which means we'll be getting 100k each for them. So we'll see if we can do that, and hopefully we can. We just got those relisted. Like I said before, we're actually going to try to sell the crossbow for a little bit more than we did before. I do want to try to make a little bit more profit on them, considering they didn't buy super quickly the first time, and the second time around they didn't buy super fast either. So hopefully we can actually get these sold off for a little bit higher of a margin. Looks like I'm trying to get about 50 to 60k more on them. Just wanted to pop in and say the Necklaces of Anguish are actually selling, and to let you guys know that we will be checking the profit at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Looks like those anguishes made us a decent penny there. Looks like a little bit under 200k, about 190k on those. I decided to list some Brimstone Rings, which I don't normally flip, but I thought I might as well try it today for the video, and it looks like we're going to get maybe like 30k for each of those, so it doesn't look too bad. I think we're actually going to cut back on the Guttman sets, and we're probably going to knock the Tortures and the Crossbows down a little bit. I want to make sure we can sell these so we can get some more items going as well. So let's knock these off a little bit and try to get some, relistings going on, try to get items coming in a little bit faster. And we decided to get rid of that Guttman's armor set, made us about 20k, nothing too significant on that. Besides that though, we decided to go ahead and list the Archer's Ring, which looks like it's actually peaking a pretty decent profit right now, and I would recommend Archer's Rings and Berserker Rings for a cash stack of around 30 to 40 mil. It's going to be an optimal amount to flip these items with. I really like the margins on these items and the speed that they flip. They flip very similar to an Amulet of Fury, but I would say the Amulet of Fury is a little bit better, so we'll probably do that after we flip the Archer's Ring. We were able to get those crossbows off. We did knock them down a little bit farther than I wanted to, but we still actually made more than we did before, so that's pretty good. Looks like we netted about, let's see, wow, that's actually a lot better than I thought we did, like 300, 400k or something like that, so very good to see that. Very happy that we got that. We bumped up the Archer Ring as well, just a little bit higher so we could actually buy some. We weren't buying anymore, still waiting on the Brimstone Ring. The Amulet of Torture is still giving us a little bit of trouble, so we're going to knock it down a little bit farther and hope we can actually sell that off. This marks about the halfway point through our flipping session today. We actually were able to get a couple Dragon Warhammers. We're only making about 50k on those, so not a significant gain there. I actually think I'm going to cut back on the Brimstone Rings as well, just because we already have 6 of them. We can only get one more, and it hasn't bought in a while. On top of that, we were able to knock the Amulets of Torture down another 15k or so we're able to sell those, not making as much profit anymore, but that's alright. We were finally able to get rid of those Tortures, and it actually looks like it made us about I think, a little bit less than 400k, so really excellent flip there, even though we did not make as much as we originally intended. Considering we're a little bit past the halfway point and we don't have any more Dragon Arrows or Dragon Darts coming in, we're going to turn around and sell those, and we'll list one more thing over here as well. And we decided to go ahead and list some Grimy Renar, which looks like it has a very excellent margin right now. It's also looking like it's at a very low price as well. On top of that, I think after these Dragon Darts or Dragon Arrows sell, we're going to go in and try to flip some Grimy Snapdragon. Has a very similar tendency to the Grimy Renar weed, and I think it will be a good substitute flip. Everything seems to be moving fine right now. We were able to sell all the Brimstone Rings, so let's check the profit on that real quick. Looks like it made us about, wow, it's not too bad at all. A little bit more than 200k, so very good to see that. On top of that, guys, I looked at the Kodai wand margin, and I actually manually margin checked it, and it cost me a mil. So I'm thinking that this might be the big prize winner of today. We already have one bought. We're going to see if we can get these off for a mil profit. Excuse me, not a mil profit, a hopeful 2 mil profit. It would be 3 mil profit, but we did do the margin check manually, so we can't make as much. So it's been about an hour, so actually what I'm going to do is cut back on all the buy offers and put in sell offers. I'll let everything sell, however long it takes, and then I'll come back, check on it, and tell you guys the profits. And guys, it looks like everything has finished. The Kodai wands did sell. I was kind of nervous about that because they were not selling for a while. But besides that, the only thing we lost money on during that time was the Grimy Snapdragon. We actually had to turn around and sell those for a little bit lower than I wanted to. But either way, it wasn't a huge loss, so not a big deal. Anyway, let's collect the money and see how much we've made. And I am happy to report that at the end of this, we have made 3.8 mil during our hour flipping session. Now, this does not include the time that it did take to sell some of these items because I did log off and leave that for a couple of hours just to make sure it would sell. But, during our hour of flipping time, we did make about 3.8 mil. So I'm very excited to say that. Anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. Leave a like if you did, really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. If you want to join our Discord and learn how to flip, link in the description below. This is a great place to learn how to flip if you're a beginner or even an experienced flipper. We have a lot of smart people in there showing their flips day in and day out. Alright guys, I'll see you all next time. I wanted to put this part on the end of the video to talk a little bit about the flipping live streams that I do. I've been doing a lot of live streams here on YouTube lately, which teach you guys how to flip with your cash stack. So if you are interested in learning how to actually become a good flipper and manage your cash stack, please join me in these live streams. I live stream at least twice a week, so we'd love to have you there asking questions. Honestly, we have a lot of people come in there and say that they love the content and that I've really helped them out. And I'm not just saying this is honestly the truth. So if that is interesting to you, please check out the live streams. You can go to my channel, they're all uploaded there, all the VODs are there. You can check out some of the VODs and see if you actually like the content.